When we see these creamy, beautiful accessories, how often do we think about the elephants? While we know that these came from an elephant's tusk, many in Asia still don't know that an elephant has to die for what they're buying. And that is what we're trying to change.
It's very, very frightening. As many as 30,000, sometimes some estimates as much as 38,000 elephants are being killed every year to feed the ivory trade. And we only have about 400,000 elephants, so they're going very, very fast.
They are really amazing animals, so worthy of our protection and help and care, because a world without elephants would be a very sad place.
There's no question the price of ivory is 100% linked to the poaching on the ground. If the price goes up, it's the poaching. Do we really want to leave this world knowing that under our watch, elephants were wiped out? We've got a responsibility here, and we've got to do what we can to save them.
Yes, we are loving the fact that today we turn our focus firmly to our animals and the conservation of one of the greatest animals that has ever graced the planet, the elephant. It is Elephant Day. In fact, every day should be Elephant Day, and I know Manu agrees with me as someone who is really on the forefront of fighting that good fight. And unfortunately, it seems like a losing battle, but that is the Conservation Action Trust's founder and director, Francis Garrard. Francis, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Graham, good morning to you. How wonderful to be here on World Elephant Day and a beautiful, cool morning in Cape Town.
It's blessing you. It's blessing your organisation and what you're wanting to do today. You know, it's such a two-edged sword. We want to be positive. This is a day to be celebrating one of the most beautiful animals that we are certainly privileged enough to have here in Africa, but it also really does highlight the dire need for us to be focusing on the elephants.
Yes, you know, absolutely. And the slogan that we've chosen for the day, which is the wonder of elephants dying for ivory, epitomizes exactly that. The wonder of these beautiful animals, however they're dying in their droves and their tens of thousands to the north of here.
It's such a complex issue. We'd love to make it one of, excuse me, just supply and demand, cut off the ivory trade and then poof, the problem goes away, but it's far more complex than that.
Yes, it is indeed. But you know what happened, and the reason for us celebrating World Elephant Day today is what we're doing is we're commemorating a burn of 12.5 tons of ivory in Kenya in 1989. Now what that did, that was a pivotal moment in the conservation of elephants. They've been slaughtered in huge numbers prior to that. That simple step showed the world that ivory has no value, no commercial value, and cannot have any commercial value. After that, George Bush, I think the one good thing he did for us, of anybody, is banned the sale of ivory. After that, there was a time of respite for elephants. Then, 2008, some ill-advised trades sanctioned by CITES. That coincided with the world economic recession, which you all know about. Chinese consumers looking for alternative sources of investment. Bingo.
Suddenly that value just kicked up.
The value kicked up, and this massive upsurge in poaching, which we've seen. The other issue I must bring to everyone's attention rather quickly, South Africans don't see the problem because we are so concerned with rhino, which we have all the rhino here. So the issue seen as a rhino problem, not an elephant problem. Yet to the north of us, elephants have been slaughtered in their tens of thousands. And if I can quote Ian Douglas Hamilton, his quote, very famously, is, "The only thing protecting South African elephants is East African elephants." What a terrifying thought.
Yeah, that's shocking. And the numbers now are starting to be hit incredibly hard. They reckon about 400,000 elephants left on the planet. What are we doing today? What is the call to action?
Well, first of all, it's awareness. We want to create awareness of the problem. People in South Africa are not aware. The problem in South Africa is seen as one of too many elephants. Elephants knock down trees.
We talk about culling,
which we cannot. That's total anathema. That cannot be done, must never, ever be done. And elephants have naturally regulated themselves in the Kruger Park. So the call to action today is, guys, come to Bloberg, bring your old bits and pieces of ivory jewelry, artifacts, throw it into this fire, make a statement to the world, as has been done in many other countries. The US crushed ivory, the Philippines did, China even. That might be a little bit of window dressing, but they did an ivory crush. So this statement is, ivory can have no commercial value. And that's what we want to get across today.
And that needs to be a cultural shift as much as anything else.
Absolutely. And certainly in South Africa as well, often our approach to wildlife is possibly a bit too utilitarian. We also need to see the intrinsic value of animals. As a great friend of ours, Ian McCallum, would say, we need to believe in animals. We need to see the value of animals because they're animals. And they're so part of us, not simply as commodities, products to be used.
Ecotourism, yeah.
Ecotourism is good.
There is a soul there, yeah.
Consumptive tourism is not good.
Francis, thank you so much for doing what you do on a much larger scale.
Excellent.
Good luck today.
And thank you.
Let's hope we get the message out there and that enough South Africans will rally behind what really is a fundamental, this is a desperate cause that needs our support. Now, likewise, blisters for bread that we are getting really excited about coming up over recent times. It is an opportunity for you to get involved that doesn't require a huge amount, just a little bit of time and the right kind of mindset. Take a look.